as any player or coach or owners or anything like that. It was about myself, getting to a place where I need to be.
When it comes to that mental recalibration, has it helped, or even how much has it helped just to have a change of pace, a different environment, where to take your skills?
I think it has. I think just the way everybody's welcomed me here has been great. It's been a very positive experience. It's just being here so far, and I'm looking forward to what's to come.
And a couple quick ones, just following up on the Philly stuff. Why do you think it got so bad there?
If I knew, I would tell you everything. But there's just a lot of things internally that, had happened over time. And it just got to a place where I don't think it was good for me mentally. So, it is what it is. It happened and moving forward. So.
And as far as playing with Kyrie and KD, how do you think what you do accentuates what they already do on the floor well?
I think it's going to be scary. Having those guys running alongside me, there's multiple different weapons on the floor, and I think at the pace we want to play at, it's just going to be unreal.
I'm wondering, like, as someone who's plays basketball for a living and loves the game, was it difficult to kind of stick with that, and what was the most challenging thing about it?
Not doing what I love. That was definitely the most difficult part, especially for that long. And, when you take someone away from somebody that, what they love doing, it's hard for anybody. So, over time, I worked on that and trying to stay in a positive place and get to, where I need to be. It was difficult, but, I'm blessed to be in this situation and have this opportunity.
Ben, who was your supporting cast that helped you get through this time? And was it hard not to? It seemed like for a while, every day somebody was saying something, whether it was somebody, Sixers, media, did you pay attention to that? And did any of that bite you?
This is the first time I'm really speaking out, right? So last 6 months, I had everybody saying something, but not everybody knew. So I can't really say anything negative towards anybody that was saying something because they just didn't know. And I'm not the type of person to try to put somebody down for something I don't know about. That's just not me as a man. So, I have my family there supporting me from day one. Friends, I've made a ton of friends that work with the Sixers too. So it was never, a personal thing. It was just for my well-being to get where I need to be to.
And is there anything that was said that you heard that you'd like to clear up that you?
Man, if we'll be here for a while if that's the case. There's been, everybody had a source, right? There's hundreds of sources.
I apologize if I'm getting ahead of ourselves too much, but you guys do have a game in Philly in a couple of weeks. Do you think you can be ready for that? Physically, mentally, I imagine it's a pretty.
I hope so.
Lisa Salters.
Hey Ben, just you saying that you want to get back to being the guy, the player that you are mentally, physically. Just where are you now, mentally and physically? Where do you think you are?
Physically, I think over the last 6 months I've been working, so I feel physically pretty good. Mentally, I'm getting there, so it's an ongoing thing to just stay on top of that. But I think I'm heading in the right direction.
Thank you.
Ben, you said you were looking forward to that game against the Sixers. I'm curious, do you think the way all of this went down, the proximity, the quality of the rosters, the caliber of players, yourself and James, do you think, A, that this is instantly now going to become a fierce rivalry?
I've been on the other side, so I've played Brooklyn in the first. Actually, I love Jared for that. But I want everybody to be looking at us like we're the best team, and we got to get there. It's going to take time, but I'm positive we can do that. And, I believe in, coaches and the organization here and the players to do that.
And secondly, you talked about having to get in the right mental space to be able to play. When you see, or maybe you don't see them, when people are commenting or opining that this was not real, this is fake, these are lies, whatever, do you take offense to that?
No, because I can't tell somebody that's how they feel, right? I can't tell somebody, you need to do this or that, because I don't know how they feel. I don't know what they're going through. I don't know how their processing things. So I can't do that, but I can't also put somebody else, down for having those comments. I'm just not that person, I'm never going to put my teammates down, my coaches or anything like that. So it's just, it is what it is.
Malika Andrews.
Hey, Ben, I have two for you. I'm just curious. One, what was the communication like with Philadelphia on the way out? And as you look back, is there anything in order to kind of move forward that you would have done differently?
Yeah, I think the communication, I spoke to Elton, I spoke to Josh Harris, they called me, I spoke to Doc Rivers, and I spoke to Tobias. There was a couple other places I spoke to about it. And, they were happy, for me to just be in a different situation and, for me to get back on the floor eventually. So overall, I think, they supported me well enough through this.
Did you speak with Joel?
No, I did not.
Thank you.
Ben, trade deadline day, were you pretty nervous? And what were your emotions when you got the call, when you got the word that it was done, and who gave you that information?
Yeah, I was sitting there on my laptop with the TV in front, so my phone just started blowing up, and it didn't feel real for a few days, honestly. So once I actually drove into the city, I was like, wow, I'm really here, which was very surreal because I got my family 30 minutes away. I got my grandparents 30 minutes away, so it's nice to have them, close by also. And I think just this whole experience has been kind of surreal.
Was there like an emotion release of any sort?
I don't think it really hit me until I was, by myself, because I was around my brothers and friends at the time. So once it really happened, I had to really take some time to myself and really process it.
Michael Grady.
I'm just curious, that surreal feeling, Ben. You hadn't been around teammates on a bench setting in a while. What were your emotions like yesterday in celebrating with your teammates and watching the game unfold?
Yeah, for me, it felt like it should feel always. My teammates embraced me as soon as I got here. And then besides that, the fans were very welcoming, which was great. And, the energy just in the locker room and just around the building was terrific.
How soon after the trade, who were your first conversations with? I know you said you were with your brother, and then how soon after kind of digging through all your, texts and whatever you were getting, did you get to kind of really talk to KD and Kyrie and, talk about what would happen going forward? Yeah,
I spoke to KD a couple of hours after, and, he was great on the phone, it was very welcoming, so he's excited too. So, I think it's just looking forward to getting on the floor with those guys and that talent.
David Aldridge.
Ben, specifically, you had a specific ball handling, playmaking role in Philly. What do you think your specific role, your best role will be in Brooklyn?
I think I try to compare it to my early seasons with J.J. Redick, Ersan Ilyasova, and Marco Bellinelli when I think we were playing the Nets in the first round, or Miami in the first round. And just the way we were flowing and playing, that's how I know how to play basketball. I'm a team player. I like to see everybody scoring, contributing in whatever way they can. And that's the way you got to play to win. So, if you want to be a winner, you got to play with all the guys on the floor and use everybody's abilities, and maximize the abilities that everybody has.
Otis Livingston.
Hey, Ben, welcome to Brooklyn. There are going to be some people out there that are skeptical, that are going to say that James Harden was faking his hamstring injury and that you were maybe faking your mental health issues. What do you have to say to those people that saw you smiling yesterday during the shoot around and then on the bench as well? What do you say to those people that have skepticism about that, and where are you in that process?
They should be happy I'm smiling, honestly. I've had some dark times over these last 6 months, and I'm just happy to be in this situation with this team and organization. So people are going to say what they want. They've said it the last 6 months, and I haven't come to, and it is what it is. So people are always going to have their own opinions.
Given comments like that, do you think there needs to be a change in how we address or how we think about athletes and their mental health?
For sure. I don't think people really understand I don't even look at it as pressure. There's just so many things going on within, basketball and life as people. But it is what it is also. I understand the business side. I understand all that. But that's something that, people should be acknowledged and addressed if they do feel like they need some help in areas. And it's okay to do that.
We have time for one more question, Christian.
Ben, what kind of work have you done to improve the free throw shooting percentage?
Non-stop working. It's been in the gym, honestly. It's been in the gym working every day, just being consistent and getting that confidence.